Sales leaders, when you're getting ready to run your next group sales meeting, ask this question. Is the information I'm about to share, the content, justifying the return on investment? Because you've got a lot of people sitting in the room, whether it's virtual or in person. It's not only payroll, but it's opportunity costs. Because the fact that they're in this meeting means they're not out meeting with prospects and customers. So what can you do to run a great group sales meeting? My suggestion, run your group sales meeting just like you did sales meetings when you were an individual producer. For example, you always had a purpose and objective, and that purpose and objective required some pre-call planning and research. So it's great to discuss numbers, but as a sales leader, your job is to help your team change the numbers. So maybe through analysis, you've discovered your team has a top of the funnel problem, but you don't just stop there. Do they need training on sales messaging, LinkedIn training, maybe leaving an effective cold call, voicemail, networking skills? Get clear on the purpose and objective, and then design your content around that. But my second suggestion is this. Send a written agenda. I learned this from my first boss. And what he shared with me was when you send a written agenda, you also send a message that this meeting is important. And here's what you want to include in that agenda. Give your team an assignment. Bring a case study. Bring 3 objections that you still kind of keep doing the stutter step over. Analyze your last 3 wins and losses and bring the patterns to the meeting. See, it's your job to lead the meeting. It's their job to be engaged in a meeting, and a written agenda with defined topics and assignments will do that. And finally, just like when you were an individual producer, set up clear next steps. So for example, if this meeting was for the purpose of learning a new value proposition, let your team know that at the next meeting, it's going to start with everybody delivering that value proposition. See, it's one thing to teach knowledge. It's another thing to apply knowledge. And as you, as the leader, set up a clear next step, they'll show up to that meeting with the application of knowledge. They'll be prepared. Sales leaders, ask yourself the question, are your group sales meetings justifying the ROI needed to justify the payroll in the room?